Good day to you all. Great to see you all back. I wanted to picture this. You're in a meeting room. A team member in the meeting room throws a question your way, and all eyes in the room are on you. You have thousands of thoughts racing in your head, but a single coherent sentence refuses to actually come out of your mind. That moment of panic is universal feeling. But what if I could tell you that you can turn that moment of fear into a moment of confidence and clear communication? What if you could actually learn to love being put on a spot like that? Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're diving into the impromptu speaking, a guide to thinking on your feet and speaking with unwavering confidence. Well, impromptu speaking isn't just for a panel discussion or a surprise presentation. It is the language of professional life. We all have to accept that. It is actually the ability to articulate a clear thought in a meeting, give a confident answer in probably a job interview, or make a compelling elevator speech at a networking event. It shows quick thinking, subject matter expertise, and composure, particularly under pressure. Qualities that are actually highly valued in any professional setting that you go. I remember early in my career at a crucial client meeting, I was actually asked to summarize on our strategy, and that too on the fly. Believe me, I froze. And that experience taught me that being prepared to be unprepared is a genuine career accelerator. And I want to share these tools so that you get helped as it has helped me. The secret to impromptu speaking isn't about actually having all the answers memorized. It's not possible. It's about having a simple structure to organize your thought. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my go to framework for any impromptu situation. I call it the PREP method. PREP. Now, P is for point. Start with your main point or your position. State your central idea clearly and concisely. For example, if asked about a new company policy, your point here is I believe the new company policy is a positive step forward. R. R is for reason. Next, provide a reason or two to support your point. Why do you believe this? For example, the reason for this is that it streamlines our processes and probably reduces redundancy. E. E is for example. This is where you add credibility. Give a specific example or a story that illustrates your reason. This makes your point tangible and memorable. For example, I recall in our last project, the old process called a 2 week delay. With this new policy, would prevent. P. P is for point or reiterating. Conclude by reiterating your main points in a new, powerful way. Now, this brings your entire message a full cycle. For example, you can say, therefore, this new policy is not just a change, but a necessary improvement for our operational efficiency. Let's try another example, a more creative one. Let's give it a stab. If you're asked for a creative idea on spot, your prep might sound something like this. Point should be my idea is to create a digital suggestion box. Reason should be this would give everyone a voice to allow us to capture great ideas, which we might miss otherwise. Your example should be a similar program at a competitor led to a 15 to 20% increase in efficiency across their R&D department. And the point or reiterating over here should be so, digital suggestion box is an easy and impactful way to foster innovation. This simple prep structure can be used for any impromptu question from a simple team meeting to a complex Q&A session that you might face as a speaker on the podium. Let me give you some practical tips on how you can succeed doing this. Now, having a framework is half the battle. Let's talk about practical tactics to make this work and come together. So my number one tip would be buy yourself time. I would call it the bridge. When you're asked a question, you don't need to answer immediately. No, take a moment to think. Use a bridging pause like, that's an excellent question, or I'm glad you brought that up. This actually buys you a crucial 2 to 3 seconds to formulate your prep response. Another great one is to simply repeat the question back to the person, and it's smart actually. This confirms that you've heard it correctly. It buys you time or an extra moment to go ahead and collect your thoughts. Mm, Number two tip would be listen carefully. Don't just hear the word. Listen to the intent of the question. What is the person really asking? What is the core problem they want you to solve? Now, this will help you give a focused and relevant answer. And that's what you would want to do as a speaker. Tip number three, the power of one single point. If you have a short on time and just focus on the P and the R of the prep method, that's it. State your point and give just one strong reason. It is better to deliver one clear, concise thought than to ramble through three half baked or four half baked ideas. Mm, The next step would be master your non-verbal cues. Your body language can be as powerful as your words. Stand or sit with a confident posture. Use powerful hand gestures to emphasize your point. Make direct eye contact with the person who actually asked you the question, and then probably scan the entire room to engage the entire audience. This projects composure and it also shows that you're in control. Another tip would be it is okay to say, I'll get back to you. Don't ever get pressurized to have an immediate perfect answer for everything. If a question is complex or it requires data, it is actually a sign of professionalism to say, probably, hey, that's a critical question, and I would like to get the latest data on that before giving a definite answer to you. Can I follow up with you by the end of the day? This is far better than providing an inaccurate or rambling response. Remember, not always you should be the fountainhead of wisdom, and people understand that. So, you're good with the tips? Now, let's focus on the regular common pitfalls that you should avoid. While the prep method is a powerful tool, it is actually important for you to know what not to do when speaking or, just falling off the cliff. Tip number one, avoid apologizing. Never start with, I am not an expert on this, or I haven't thought about this much. Now, this immediately undermines your authority and makes the audience lose confidence in you even before you have ever begin. Um, Next one should be probably steer clear of rambling. Now, the biggest mistake a lot of us do in impromptu speaking is just talking to fill a silence. No, stick to your point and your reason. When you're done, be silent. The pause method. This projects confidence and also clarity. Now, don't change your mind in the mid sentence. Another tip, have one clear central point and stick to it. Don't start arguing with yourself in the middle of a response. Pick a position and defend. It is clear and concise. Otherwise, it creates a lot of confusion. Again, don't guess, or I would say fabricate information. If you don't know the answer, as I mentioned earlier, it is okay to say, that's a great question. I would like to do some research on that before giving a definite answer. I'll tell you why. This will actually show integrity and professionalism, and it is far more impressive than a weak, made up answer where people can then say, I didn't know it. Avoid nervous habits. Be mindful of fidgeting, swagging, playing with a pen or anything you're holding. Now, these actions can be highly distracting and project a lack of confidence, and it'll actually distract your audience. So, mastering impromptu speaking is not about being a human encyclopedia. No, it is about being prepared to be unprepared, I would say. By using a simple framework and few key tactics, you can actually turn on the spot question into probably a moment of great or genuine impact. So, guys, in our next deep dive, we will shift our focus to a specific and important public speaking scenario. Panel discussions, how to shine when you are one among the many. We will together unlock the secrets to standing out and adding value in probably a group setting, as I would call it. If this video gave you a new tool for your next impromptu moment to practice, give it a thumbs up and like, share, and subscribe for more speaking smart insights on my social handles. both YouTube and LinkedIn. Time to practice now. See you soon.